Fnatic's turn to ban. Dire team ban. Fnatic's turn to pick. Enigma. Dire team pick.
I speak for the trees.
Vengeful spirit.
Fnatic's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Dark Seer.
Fnatic's turn to ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
I should have seen that one coming.
Dire
Welcome
team
back.
ban.
The second best of one between Fnatic and TNC is about to get underway. We're in the draft already for WePlay Season 3 Southeast Asian Group Stages. I am Durkit in the JD Studios, and here we go. Game number 1, or the first best of... I keep doing this, I keep saying game number 1, but it's not a best of 3, it's not a 2-game series. They are 2 separate individual best of 1s. This one, and it's panning out to be a little more interesting as Fnatic, Darkseer, Enigma, TNC, Vengeful Spirit, and the Nature's Prophet. And me, I'm picking Moppax. How you doing, man?
Doing good. It's this opener. First of all,
10
standard
seconds
TNC. I
remaining.
mean, this is like bread and butter. Let's go Nature's Prophet. Let's go Vengeful Spirit.
5 seconds
I mentioned
remaining.
AU, a kind of master plan, so I think he's feeling pretty strong. Draft wholly open. They still have that nice little Nature's
Reserve
Prophet
time.
that clearly can go in the mid lane, but you can also rotate around, you know, show up wherever you'd like. But what's up with this Enigma Darkseer? I mean, where's the Tidehunter? I thought that was the whole thing. Isn't that what Shanghai just proved? It's what you need. Those
Yeah.
are not like the 2 big bad boys with their big old ultimates. You wombo combo together and suddenly it's
Turn to
GG. That's
pick.
not EG doing it. That's not Secret doing it. What's the idea here, Mushi?
Disruptor.
I'm, well,
Dire
apparently
team.
it's a wombo frickin' combo. Disrupted Darkseer Enigma, Black Hole, Vacuum, Static Storm, and Kinetic Field. Similar kind of idea to what they had with the Puck in the previous game. But this time, it's going to be a little more easy to execute. Now, you've got your Nature's Prophet, jumps back when he tries and TPs. Witch Doctor, there's a couple of good ways here to stop Death Ward. And Fnatic, not only do they have this big team fight choke point control and damage, but they've also got very strong lanes at the same time. And with TNC picking up a Chen,
Fnatic's
I was going
turn
to come back to
pick.
this and say Raven, one roll Vengeful Spirit is a lot of the time their go-to kind of drafting pick. I just really hope it's Sam H. Nature's Prophet, not the T he won. Not saying that he did poorly, just because I don't think Nature's Prophet necessarily does amazingly well from the mid lane. Because, you know, you look at offlane Furion, he TPs across, makes up the numbers in these little skirmishes and team fights. Doing that as a mid lane Furion, you're leaving your opponent to
10
free farm
seconds
and do
remaining.
whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, that was definitely just one of those, you know,
5
brood mother
seconds
things.
remaining.
We have to pick an axe, shoehorn into our draft. And, you know, so something's happened. I don't
Reserve
quite remember if
time.
there was a Midas Chen. You know, let's just throw that game away. Push that one back, guys. But yes, So Mushi, he's just here like, I have so much faith in Ohio. They all Ohio Darkseer. No, it's a well-known thing. To be real, it's kind of like I mean, I guess it's not quite a level of ROTK where everyone banned the Darkseer against them. I think it ended up being every single game at Shanghai in the first phase, which is insane. First off, because there were almost no other Darkseer bans in the first phase until like some later stages in the tournament. So some people do prefer it. It's definitely, I think, a little bit harder to line up in these big wombo combos than the Ravage, obviously, and I think that's why a lot of people went for that. It's so much harder to kill the Tidehunter off before you get it off. It's much easier to set up things like the Kinetic Field Static Storm after Ravage sets up the perfect black hole. So more pressure on Ohio, but better tools to deal with Nature's Prophet. You can get rid of the Sprout a little bit easier. Then again, I suppose you have Iron Town on all these Nature's Prophets anyway, but I'm liking it. The Pugna, though, a little bit of a, I don't know, kind of throw it off a little bit. I guess it's just going to need to help counter this push. You can get something out of what I assume will be a mid laner here for them.
TNC, yeah. I'm not sure what they'll aim towards, but Pugna not only makes mid lane awkward because of his gloriously amazing skill to destroy people in the mid lane and push tower afterwards. Blast, decrap, decent right-click damage, is good attack animation, make it a little bit difficult for you to lane up against him. Wouldn't be surprised to see a Juggernaut or something here for TNC. Give Teehee that little low jug. But Fnatic have done this before against Witch Doctor, against these push. Blast is good wave clear, it's good team fight damage, that AoE is pretty damn nasty. But it's the Netherboard that you've really got to look out for. Witch Doctor, not a big fan of that. He pops his Voodoo Restoration, he's being zapped a million times by the little ward, and they keep throwing it out, but...
Swindle King.
Turn to pick.
All hail Swindle King, right? Alright, here we go. Which is real. I mean, it was either like, once it's SEA, the Drow gets banned on the second phase, so you're just like, it's alright guys, I got something in my back pocket over here. Hero.
Is this Jakiro mid?
Yeah.
I mean, Jakiro is, I guess, decent against a Pugna with Liquid Fire and his Breathe Fire. Pugna is one of the squishier mid heroes for sure. You rotate in a Chen with a Dark Troll, and that's all you need to kill him off, really. So I think Fnatic have to be quick on their feet, thinking about how to save the Pugna and how to keep him arm's length from this dangerous combination from TNC in the early stages, definitely. Final hero they've got is going to be Mushi's. You really think that they pick up here for him?
You could go back for the Gyro, would be pretty sick. Just a standard wombo combo. The master, I think that's like the standard pick. At the same time, I think it's pretty good. But you know what? They just see all those int heroes, and they're like, you know what? Let's go. Go, be free, Mushi. We're gonna hold this line. Thou shalt not pass. And we'll hold out for AM to do his thing and just carry us to victory. They've got like this, not even just a single win condition, but it's a pretty huge one. It lasts for about the last 50 minutes of however long this game's going to take. It seems like they should be able to win it, so stop the push, win the game.
I was thinking maybe a Slark or something.
Yeah, or Morphling would be kind of the more standard ones today.
Oh, Fnatic, Disruptor, Ohio Darkseer, DJ Enigma again, mid one Pugna, and Anti-Mage. All of their lanes going to be relatively easy to kind of feel out and see what they're up to. Over on TNC, put Teehee mid. Gonna TP Mushi out actually. What are you doing?
Prepare for battle.
Second. Now, hear me out here. Mushi has played mid anti-mage. I know this for a fact because I was driven insane by his mid anti-mage a good while back. Don't know if he's going to be aiming for that here, looking at mid one. Yeah, he's got his null and his double tangos. It's not going to happen. Could have potentially done like a dual lane mid with the AM or something like that, but I guess with an Enigma, you're not really willing to weaken your lanes too much, but Fnatic, standard stuff so far. Mushi already expending a lot of mana. His Blink, get him.
I mean, he didn't even buy his items. Is he just gonna like run all the way home? Is that the play?
Yes, so. I mean, he's got no mana left, so he's kind of got to go back to regen. Safe lane AM, Ohio off lane Darkseer, nothing too out of the ordinary there, or nothing out of the ordinary at all, but TNC, they could go aggro if they wanted to. 10 aggressive jungle, Doctor plus Vengeful Spirit, they've got some good range, decent lockdown and damage, just AM out of lane. And they've got the opportunity to roam through onto mid if they really desire, with the Chen plus Witch Doctor. Teehee, Jakiro, that's how exactly he does, and if you also know, or if you have an inclination that maybe Fnatic have warded up your own jungle, then it's going to be even better for you to go aggro jungle, TNC.
I mean, it's one of these next scenarios. You want to be shutting down the anti-mage. You don't want to allow him to get anywhere near to that earlier Battle Fury. Just you don't need to kill him over and over and over again. But the later the Battle Fury comes online, it's just more of a buffer that you have. It's this push squad that you don't feel pressured by Mushi over on the side lane. You're always seeing him popping up on your mini map when you're all grouped as 5, and you're like, okay, we have to go back soon. The longer you can delay it, the better it's going to end up being, and they have a perfect team for going aggro try. I mean, that's one of the best benefits of the bench carry.
Oh, those funny moments when two guys walk up opposite ramps and they do the exact same mirror movements. AU and Net, they did like they literally mirrored each other. Walk up the ramp, they did like this little dance back and forth. Hang on a second, why are you here? What are you doing over in my jungle? Hit each other a couple of times, but it's going to be Chen that takes the first creep, grabs himself down as we get a little bit of lag. Okay, to clear itself up. So, Mushi, currently down here with the Disruptor. Net gonna be in a pretty sticky situation, keeping himself alive on his bottom lane as AU got out the pull, farmed himself up as well, but it's actually gonna be Mushi and Net that will find the opening onto AU's Chen, and he's dropping low already. There's a blink aggressive forward from Mushi if he needs it, but he's not gonna throw it just yet, forcing Chen back out of this jungle.
Those early boots.
The lane doesn't exist anymore. The lane has become the jungle becomes the lane, and the Chen drags the wave back to farm it up.
Oh, Sam's being dove top here. Ohio, they're deep.
Damage.
Okay. Oh, regret? Oh, this is close.
He's got a TP as well, but he doesn't know the DJ is here. He's going to come in with the Eidolons. There's no stun. Still a level 1 Enigma, realizing his jungle has been taken over. Ohio? One more hit. Not going to get it. DJ, he's got the Malefice with the Iron Shell. Sam H. Now the regret swings back. Nature's Prophet's going to be your first blood. Denied out. Darkseer to a neutral creep. Bait and switch. He thought he had the Darkseer, but instead bought himself a tombstone. Down towards the bottom lane though, Mushi just trying to get these last hits in, and he's doing very well, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how that's possible, honestly. I guess there's quite a few creeps built over here for Raven to catch up, but it's interesting that DJ's headed up to the top lane, right? Like, instead of trying to do this little bit of a contest where the Enigma's kind of in there with the Eidolons battling it up, and he's gone top, and they've said, alright, well, we can at least dominate Sam H. Like, we know how much of an impact he has in the game as well, and we're just going to rely on Mushi to get his farm. He's doing shockingly well, I have to say.
He also found a kill on the mid lane. One dropped. Getting out in last hits, almost doubling up on Teehee's last hit count here, actually. At least the Jikiro's got his bottle, now with an illusion rune up, he could look for another kill off the mid one, who's pushing very far forward in this lane. Aggressive stuff, and Net has been forced back out of his jungle again. This is just a dance of the devil between these two. Thunderstrike is annoying AU, but AU's got the Centaur to stomp and hit away at the Disruptor. Now with mid one actually coming in with a last decrep. AU's very low in mid one. He doesn't have his boots, but he's got movement speed up the wazoo, but AU's going to deny himself to the Ancients. Oh, there. It's interesting that Mushi has been kind of given this room and is able to farm so freely on his bottom lane.
Yeah, I don't know, I guess just has enough tangos that they don't feel like they can do anything here, with the Chen just moving around. It does feel like maybe just keep that up, right? Like, are you going to be able to do that much against mid one? They'll just spam out any sort of Chen creeps that come in. He's got a little bit of defensive possibilities using the decrep. And is he really the one that you want to be focusing right now? I mean, Sam H is getting destroyed up here.
He's got his 2 nulls though. Sam H has got his double nulls, double fairy fire as well. Double everything, buy a couple of pair of boots if he wants to. But yeah, tier 1 is gone. The Eidolon's definitely helping out here. Not the most conventional pushing lineup, or pushing lane, I should say. But DJ's getting his levels, level 3.5 by 4 minutes. By no stretch of imagination is that good. But it's reasonable for what he's had to kind of make of this game, being forced around the map and to an awkward little spot there. But we're going to see the Dark Troll come in from AU, and this might lead to a kill towards the mid. Trap into Breathe Fire, plus the Liquid Fire. Dual Breath even, not Breathe Fire. It's not Dragon Knight, it's a Jakiro. It's a twin-headed dragon, not the single-headed dragon. One's very low on the old HP as well, but AU's decided that it's bottom lane they want to really apply this emphasis. Mushi from farming himself up, because 17 last hits, it looked good before, but honestly, this is exceptional farm against an aggro tribe.
And in the top lane as well. They're just getting the job done from the side of Fnatic. And they're so deep with Ohio, but the rotations can't really come through, right? It's a Chen. If he shows up, his creep can't, so kind of stuck wherever he makes this big rotation to. Net is still level 2, so they really want to get this pressure in, because the Disruptor seems like a free kill. Like, once you can actually get a hold of him, you've got the cast, you've got The magic missile to be thrown out, and then by getting rid of the disruptor, it applies so much more pressure onto Mushi.
Who's in trouble here, Teehee or DJ? Enigma came in to try and trap the Jakiro, but with the breathe fire down onto the Outlaw, trying to slow this push up a little bit more. Teehee, not focused
Darker,
on
who has the
heroes.
push draft here? I'm getting confused.
I don't know, there's two tier 1 towers dead already. Fnatic are just crushing these lanes, but with the TP coming in, Sam H, oh, he misreads the situation. I think DJ dual breath there, nice little shimmy across, it looks like fine.
Even his TP if he needs it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Happening for TNC. They've done barely any damage to the tier 1 down the bottom lane. They've not really been able to control equilibrium for this lane. Fnatic doing an exceptional job. And Net still hasn't died. I thought he'd be the fresh meat on this bottom lane just for TNC to run at him over and over again to kill him. And like you said, you don't need to kill the AM, but delaying Battle Fury and forcing him out of lane is really the key thing here for you to do. He's going to get trapped up, but it's not enough damage to kill him off. Mushi just stands his ground and says, you know what, we'll bait you on in. The wall is dropped and Raven trapped in. The surge away from Ohio. The cast is out, but the damage output is going to be good enough. Mushi looks forward, but the Mana Void doesn't throw it out, but mid one will clear up 10 creeps. Killed off the one roll Venge. TNC, aggressors once more. Getting anything out of it?
And props to Mushi. I don't know how he has 26 assets.
Dire's bottom tower is under
But now
attack.
is the mid anti-mage. He's transitioned towards the mid lane. Ring of Bassi, Quelling Blade, Stout Shield. I don't know if he goes for treads first. The ability to play aggressively when the rest of your lineup is actually flourishing very well so far. You know, mid one's going to have his arcane boots, head into the ether lens, get your ags up and running. You just got this massive burst of magical nuke damage coming from your Pugna. The one thing they're missing really is Net's level 6, but that's going to come naturally as DJ, he's caught, Jakiro finds him, another liquid fire will secure this kill, and TNC they find something for their troubles.
Yeah, you can't see just how much damage you can throw here from this mid Jakiro. Already level 7 at 7 minutes, it just means that level 4 liquid fire is going to be able to shred any of these lower level individuals around the map. Even if it is just a level 5 Enigma, who is working on the mech. He's only got the headdress and in towards the buckler, but... Oh wow, he just got Mushi. Okay.
Oh dear.
How does that happen?
Not entirely sure. Not entirely sure.
Hey,
Ohio.
Underestimated the liquid fire.
Purge creep, purge him up, slow him down. Nope. Get him there. They've slowed him again, but the TPs are coming in thick and fast here with Teehee's damage output, so Ohio's in a spot of bother. He's not going to drop the wall, not going to bother with that. Again, the purge comes through AU. Shield and Thunderstrike are down onto him, but Net will just walk it off and get himself away, so finally, TNC with the push draft they've got, they get themselves to tier 1, and DJ pushes forward pretty aggressively, knowing TNC have a bunch of heroes around, but it's just buying time for Mushi. Respawns, heads up the top, he's got himself the headdress now. A little more lane sustain, deal with this damage over time that comes out of TNC.
I assume this would be the Veil, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure. After last game, could go for a Midas, you know?
Oh yeah, true.
Could go for a Blink even, actually, if he wanted to. And he's just going to track down Mushi, trace him across the map. Look at him. Mushi, this is just so awful to handle, even buying himself salves to try and deal with his damage over time that's coming through. DJ's caught by the Chen and the Witch Doctor though. So again, we see this kind of transition from laning stage win by Fnatic to TNC kind of scraping themselves back in little by little, but it's just these kind of jigsaw puzzle pieces that TNC have managed to push together. They don't fit gently or softly into place. They've kind of hewn them and sawn out the little bits and made sure they slam together and fit them in. They've got map control. They've got tier 1 after tier 1. Radiant jungle is all theirs, and look at the positioning of Fnatic right now. They're all in the Dire jungle.
I mean, look at the map. It's 9 minutes right now. And there's one tier 1 left on the Radiant side, and they're all gone on the Dire. This is one of the stranger games of Dota 2 you're gonna see, honestly.
Tier 2 dropping. I mean, Roshan is a relatively simple takeout here for TNC as well. Dire side, easy access. They've a firm grasp on this game so far. Just look at mid one from DJ. Enigma not yet even level 6. He was doing okay, but now getting closer to 10 minutes. You need this Enigma Black Hole. It's such an imperative part of your draft and your lineup here to have the Black Hole as that imminent threat up against TNC when they push on in. They don't even want to go back to Roshan. They want to push high ground here.
thing about the Nether Blast. It's good up against the, you know, big swarms and everything, but it does not have good range.
Well, back mid one.
Get swapped in.
Ward is down, but Raven, he's still healing himself up through this. Glimpse back. This should secure the kill, though, as he's dragged back behind the tier 3. Finally right-click down, but the Vengeful Spirit isn't the key hero here. He's swapped in for a kill onto Pugna. But look for even more damage onto the tier 3. This is an acceptable loss there, really, for TNC. Anything else is going to come of this? That's Mushi. For the Mana Void, 2 TPs out. He won't find them. Teehee, though, turns back with a Breathe Fire. Maybe he wants to try and fight up against Net. He knows that he can't really get himself out of this position as Mushi blinks forward with the Iron Shell up on him. Not committing for this because they've got the Glimpse back. In the field. Into the Mana Void. No.
Wall in Mana Void might have been a little unnecessary.
More packs.
I'm not sure. Alright.
More packs.
Hey you. Alright.
More packs.
Whatever. I'm done.
More packs. He's bought a Midas on the Chen again.
Done. Alright, so now this time, I actually talked to Scan in between games because the Midas, like obviously the game, I would agree, it wasn't really going to plan the first time, right? It was kind of like, uh-oh, this isn't going to be as easy as we thought, we're going to have to wait a little while. I'm going to get a Midas so that I thought he was going to go mech into the eggs using the Midas, having a kind of a, like you still take the early time, you just push it back about 12 minutes and go for the same thing. The Midas helps you in that, right? Get the levels up, yada yada yada. Then they hit that massive push mid, and the buyback from TP and the dive by the Gyro, everything fell apart. So this time, as long as it doesn't fall apart, I'm okay with the Midas, but I gotta play around it this time, you know? It's just
the bait of the tower. The glyph is there. Well played by TNC. Catches mid one. I mean, he was pretty screwed. He went back with the tower just as kind of a collateral thing. But up at top, Ohio, he's being slided out and scouted to surge. H. Gonna throw his Nature's Wrath and maybe now look for the Sprout as the Jive's coming out of Ohio trying to dodge out from the Centaur. Sam H. No phase boots. He's got the treads. Gonna be able to get into range for the Sprout, but now it's Fnatic's turn to swing things back around. They can't see anyone though. A whiffed kinetic field, but they've got the glimpse back onto the Chen, drags him back. But look at this, Darkstorm's late. They don't actually catch him. There's no kill potential left anymore. The Lance Mage comes through. Mushi wants to try and right-click down. Savage is Nature's Prophet, but the send back, they'll bring him back to base. And Mushi can't get the Mana Void through. He's not gonna be enough damage. He can't keep the vision up either. Oh, the commitment is there, but the kill is not, as TNC, in the meantime, take out Roshan.
took them a little while there with just 3 heroes, but they got her done.
Structures are fortified.
This is hilarious. Once again, the towers look like they're about to become even, unless they do back away here. They might be forced to. Oh, the haste rune from Teehee.
EJ in trouble. He's got Black Hole, but there's no one behind him. The cavalry is not available. He'll pop his mech and just TP out. There's damage output and there's a stun. The ice wall through from Teehee. Clear up another. Now Mushi, he was doing very well in the initial stages, and we were looking at his Battle Fury timing, right, Mopax? We were looking at his Battle Fury timing, right, Mopax? Mopax? He's gone Treads, Headdress, Aquila, and now to Yasha. Honestly, against an Orchid Nature's Prophet, it makes sense.
Yeah, it's understandable. I get that it's going to be kind of more of a fighting game, right? Like, you're feeling like the pressure's just way too intense.
Damage. Pop back, Raven keeps him alive. The Iron Shell's down though, and his damage output is pretty unbearable for Vengeful Spirit, but it's going to be enough. Now he turns back on the net, the heal is through for the Hand of God. And Raven with Sam H, they drop low. But killing him off and playing that to a T. I guess they still had Aegis over on the Vengeful Spirit, so they did have a fallback if they needed it. But keeping this Aegis is so important. When you want to push tier 1, tier 2 top, and maybe even the last remaining lane tower middle lane.
Yeah,
you want that
especially with Avenge, because you know that it's just kind of your initiation in this lineup, you know, like with the swap, so Aegis is extremely crucial here. If mid one wants to come up, and the exact same thing is likely to happen. Like, he has the Nether Blast, the creeps, he still is the big wave clear, so if he can find that swap out, then the Aegis is just going to help secure that you do survive. Oh, I like this as well, starting to build up into the Crimson Guard from Ohio. No Blink Dagger though.
Mid one should be fine to TP out. Sam H realizes that he's got to swap targets. I guess the fact you've got mech on your Enigma, that Crimson Guard on the Darkseer can help you up against what? Chen Creeps, the Nature's Prophet, little Treants. Pretty good against, you know, minus armor from Vengeful Spirit even. What's going to be the issue of finding a catch, finding that initiation for Fnatic, because Glimpse is, you know, decent. but you want to catch multiple heroes. Maybe this is the way you do it. Catch Raven, drag him back. Over the Aegis though, not to the key target you really want to go in for.
In the back.
Oh, you're right. He's being spotted and scouted though.
He misses it.
This is trajectory. This is wasted farming time for him because you've got Sam H still with a TP available.
Radiant's
Orchid
top tower has
nearly
fallen.
completed for the Nature's Prophet as they just take tower after tower. TNC have full firm grasp of this game. 4 heroes in the top 5 are all dire in terms of net worth. The Chen's Midas. What's he got himself after? The Midas Arcanes, 1400 gold. Do you, what do you think he goes for now? Doesn't seem a fan of the mech.
Is it? I mean, is this really the two teams that we're gonna keep guessing items?
Yes, it's a fun game because we're always wrong. It's fun when we're wrong, Mopax. The chat laughs at us and goes forehead, forehead. Stupid idiot casters, never gonna guess what item they're gonna pick up next. We got the Orchid Nature's Prophet right, but that's kind of just super obvious, you know. Jakiro, you called the Veil. You got one.
Yeah.
You got one. Well played. He's got another 2k gold. What do you think's gonna happen next? Yule Scepter's pretty standard.
Yeah, I think the Yules. I did like the blink, honestly. It's not bad either. Oh, AU. Wish she's just giving him the love.
Slap him around a bit. Oh. B from Sam H. Thought he could catch someone. Fnatic one step ahead, realizing that this aggression from TNC is not unwarranted. Game number 1 was a little bit annoying, and now it's revenge time for TNC, honestly. If they can take one game off Fnatic here. Fnatic haven't lost in WePlay League yet. 7-0. They've just been storming themselves up the ladder, getting themselves towards the top spot in the group stage, which is currently held by Mineski, who are 10-4, I believe. If I remember correctly. I don't have it open. I'm just trying to go off memory. It's not undoable. It's not an easy feat though against these SEA teams with some bigger names still yet to play. Fnatic really need every win they can get, so quelling this push in from Raven, who's actually just walking up at the high ground. Decap is there, but the tier 3 tower is gone, and Raven still has Aegis for another 30 seconds. So I think it's go time. Just walk yourself in, try and bait it out, lose this life. You don't really need to keep the Aegis for too much longer. The Midnight Pulse out, and that Macropire down. It's the unpassable ridge for either team. Difficult decisions to be made. And it's still...
He went for the 2 points in the Macropire, which is a little bit unusual. Might be going eggs.
Static Storm, Raven is caught, there's nothing to save his team. TNC, he's back out.
Oh, it's in home!
Hello there! I didn't even see the animation.
Yeah, it was like coincided with the Mana Void as well, so it kind of looked like he just pooped.
Yeah, Raven just disappears back to base. Good stuff. Well played by AU. Quick on the money once the glimpse came out. It's the Faith back to base. 2400 gold up now on your Chen as well, so it looks like he's going to be heading into the Aghanims again. Save up to 3000 gold, you know, make his double guess. I think he's going to go for something fancy, but the Aghanim chapter likely what he's going to be heading into. Ushi got his Manta style, and Vlad's not too far away. Headdress obviously was his primary item he picked up.
They're going to find AU with that smoke. Poor guy.
Oh. Chen. Poor Chen indeed. 2
He had a
minutes.
killing spree.
Yeah, so he did. Killing and nabbing all these kills.
And his Midas was on cooldown. Oh. Oh.
Oh dear, was it? Oh, tragic. Tragic stuff. Did he lose all of his army as well? Where are all the Chen creeps? They're all gone.
There's a Wild Wing chilling up by the Ancients. That's about it.
It's
A
going-
lone creep.
It's gonna go and catch Mushi. Go on, throw out the Cyclone, catch Mushi. You know you want to. You can do it. Well, Raven, Mithril Hammer, BKB, Desolator. What do you reckon, actually?
Are fortified.
Top lane. Let's do this engagement here.
Oh, mid one, Netherwood's down, but he's already dead. The Decrep is sucked out, T-He, but Wayward Terror comes through, clears up that one, and the swap back will catch Ohio. So not even tier 2, well, tier 2's dead, denied out by Kira, the wall, vacuum wall, catches the 3, and Ohio makes them realize he's not the easiest of targets to actually bring down, and they do kill off the Chen once more, but over in the back end, DJ, okay, he's got his mech. The heal. Sam H, not quite got enough damage here to finish him off, but the Orchid is available. And DJ, can you actually make a TP out of this? He's got no TP. He can buy a blink from the side shop. He's got enough money, but DJ's just dancing around trying to escape. The blink is brought back in base. I thought maybe he could get himself towards the side shop and finish that one up, but Ohio tried to come in to save his teammate here. Instead, just proving that he is a ballsy motherfucker. Doesn't care about any of these guys. Sprout Rupert damage, but the Death Ward is channeled through. The casting bouncing, but fast up on Static Swarm. And Sam H actually dropping very low. The Iron Shell damage, it's killing him off. The Mood Restoration needs to heal him up a little bit more. Come to nothing in the end. Ulti's expended. All for Death Ward. The mecha on the Chen has picked up now that maybe bolsters this TNC lineup a little bit more and gives them the potential impetus to push forward and finish off the racks of bot that they started a long time ago.
I wonder if then, yeah, okay, so it is gonna be that BKB for Raven. All right, I like that. I think the BKB is gonna fit well with this whole Midas Chen idea. The mechanism. I think they can make something happen this time. They just can't overextend like last game.
Pugna. Squishy little guy. I mean, what even is his HP at this point? 900? Something like that? He's level 11. Maybe it goes to 1,000? Like, his stat gain's not great, let's be real. 1.2 strength in per level. He starts off with pretty awful base HP. He just needs to tank up. He needs his Aghanim Scepter as quickly as he possibly can. You know, Ether Lens just cut it for you. Well, Mushi up at top, Vlad's Manta. He's split pushing away, but he's not doing enough damage here to the tower, and if he comes in, the Manta style will pop. But AU's already ready and waiting. The great play here from him. The Chen traps him in. Mushi blink again forward aggressively. Gonna TP out up on top of the high ground, and there's nothing to stop him. The rest of the team is actually battling it out. Down towards mid lane. Caps his throw. Up with Malik. Death Ward down. Net is gonna drop. DJ, the macro player, tries to get himself up in net. He's gonna drop as well. The Zexal gonna kill down. It's not gonna be enough to quell the baffling power of TNC. Maybe with Ohio backing back T into the wall, but Mushi doesn't want to fight. The Netherboard is still blasting away at the Witch Doctor. But still, Mushi, hungry. Ice Path stops him. With the G Small Song going to try and walk himself away. The Mana Boy is through, but he's still 300 HP. The blast is there, but it's not just enough. AU's out with a mech to heal up his teammate. And here they go again. TNC barreling down the mid lane. 2 are dead. They'll come back up in a couple of seconds. They've got their black hole ready as well for the next team fight. But it's Roshan that they'll want within the next minute or so.
And what sort of potential do we have there? There's still no Blink Dagger. I feel like that should be the next pickup here for the Darkseer, and maybe then they'd have something for the Roche Pit, you know, give them an edge there, perhaps.
Oh, the blink into Orchid, Ice Path, DJ, Enigma, no black hole for you, but it's the stock out. He's dropping low and he's killed off. No, he's not. The Swarm's there. Malphis, he's being kept alive and set back by the Chen as well. Dear Lord, Raven swaps back to Kiro, healed up by the Chen, kept alive.
He's actually unkillable. 1,500 gold. 4-stab Yule's Veil.
1 in 5. You want a bold prediction, Mopax?
I gotta say, man, this you know, this is one of the better mid Jakiros you'll see. Honestly, it never seems to go this well, but. Even at the beginning it wasn't going that well, but just a couple of quick picks with Liquid Fire, somewhere in between kind of that 7 to like 11 minute range, it seemed people were just messing with the Jakiro when they shouldn't have been. And it allowed him to kind of get into this unstoppable lead. I mean, he's second highest on his team. Oh, speak of the devil.
You'll step up, though. Go. The crap is flying back in the wall, but there's the black hole. The DJ Cat is 3. And TNC gonna regret trying to save TE there. I think forward to Mushi now gonna try and chase down AU, but the troll trapped in the central stomp's not gonna be on the mark. And AU's gonna get taken out as well. Demolished by Fnatic's wombo combo. They got them in the choke point. They got them where they wanted them. And now they're gonna take tier 2, they're gonna take Roshan and take full control of the map. But, Mopax, once TNC are all alive, there are no ultis for Fnatic.
How did Ohio get that vacuum off, honestly? That's insane. I really don't know how he got that. No Blink Dagger. Still managed to catch the ball. It was like the very tip of the vacuum.
My initial mental reaction was, what the hell is he doing? Because he in my line of vision, he vacuumed the Jakiro away from his team. And then DJ just pops up from nowhere with his blink, and it's just so beautiful. So perfect.
Well, you are correct. No ultis, so you think they probably pull back here. It looks like they'll get the Roshan before TNC can arrive, though. What do they have? They have the Jakiro. He's kind of the big player here. Nice. Adios.
Epic Fuel is down, just trying to block the advance, but the BKB blink hit from Raven, picks it up and takes it, he took the kill as well. Raven, you sneaky little bastard, what are you up to? The kill out onto the net though, Disruptor's gone, you'll send on the T, he'll send him onto the air, but he's gone. Mushi and DJ pairing up nicely there, bring him out. But the rest of TNC, they're up on the high ground looking for Ohio, forcing him back out of danger, but the Aegis is gone. And Mushi, man, oh man, you've got to be pissed off at this Vengeful Spirit. Swap into BKB. Both kills and steals. Rightfully theirs.
That was sick. Now, Ohio formed it up here. I don't feel like they can get the kill though, even with the death ward. Maybe if he gets the black hole cast, is it working? Oh, the death ward! What? Is that high ground? Can see him?
The heal. Ohio wall is dropped, but it's killed off mid one as well, and now Ohio's dropping. This is just a great high ground push from TNC. The racks will fall. Buyback from Ohio's Darkseer. I guess TNC thinking we've not got our Jakiro, the double buyback will secure a kill off of the Nature's Prophet at the very least, and they save their racks. Oh, meanwhile, Mushi pushing up on the top lane. Good structural damage to the tier 3.
Having the pretty crazy games between these two teams. Very back and forth here. Hey, he's got a casual bracer now. Don't mind his pickup, you know, into casual bracer.
Casual bracer. Well, Teehee, on this Jakiro, he's not exactly the late game mid hero that you'd maybe want as we start getting ourselves into the 30-minute mark. Vengeful Spirit, no, she scales decently, but she's not really the epitome of late game carries either. Itemization's very early game focus as well, with, you know, drums, BKB. Now I guess back into pile. I mean, Fusel Blade wouldn't be awful here, to be fair. Against Decrep, against the Darkseer. The weird item though, like, the Fusel Blade isn't necessarily a great Avenger item. Mushi's caught up a top lane. They've got the Orchid as well. He's still got his Mana Spell to pop and blink away though. I have to catch him. Mushi, maybe in some trouble. Blink up again, available. Manta blink across to the east. They've got vision, they don't have stuns though. The Ice Path barely scraping the backside of Mushi. Clench your butt cheeks, buddy. That was a tight one.
He's got his BKB now. Much safer. There's a pushing across the map.
Back and forth, back and forth. Fnatic are the ones now smoking up and looking for the initiation. Walk around the long way? No, they're going to go straight towards the targets. They know AU's here. No, the Chen's a relatively simple kill. AU trapped on the ramp, but Sam 8 is going to be the secondary one as well. They're going to finish up the Chen relatively simply. The Glimpse back and backing him up as well. AU going to walk it off. He's not dead just yet, but Sam 8 will die at least. Now the BKB.
That's a couple in a row here now for Sam.
Right back, they want to fight this one through Ohio. He's got the wall, but there's no vacuum available. They've got back. Crimson Guard solo onto himself, but Teehee himself away with Mushi already blinking aggressively. Whoa, there's the wall through, and Ohio's gone. Net will try and TP out, but Raven, there's no swap or stun. One right click would have done the job. TNC, the buyback, they don't really gain that much from this team fight. A couple of big ultis baited out, but there's still the Enigma black hole here if they really want to go and fight. They have to deal with that.
Man, these prominent buybacks, it hurts you so much. Like, he just died 2 times right in a row after not having died for an extremely long time on a hero. And then he buys back and gets glimpsed back to the fountain after orphaning the Enigma.
And he has a Dragon Lance.
Yeah. His progression is just like dead now.
I mean, what does Dragon Lance even do for you here?
I think it's just because they want to be going high ground. And the whole point is like, buy all our items if we were currently sieging the base, and then play around the rest of the game as required, but they haven't been able to get back into that foothold.
Mushi has been a pain in the ass. And BKB blink, nothing to stop him. That's his BKB down to 8 seconds now. 2 charges have already been popped out and utilized by Mushi. Wonder, do TNC have enough in the tank to wait for the next Roshan before they push high ground? It's going to just be a case of do what they did in game number 1, barrel down lane and try and consolidate what they have right now, because they had a reasonable lead. 7,500 was what they were sitting on a good 5 minutes or so. Being scraped away though by Fnatic, almost back to 0. And in fact, Fnatic actually have a 4,000 experience lead. Currently looking at almost level 11 Disruptor, Level 15, nearly 16 on the Darkseer, so the level 3 wall is up and running in a short while. Crimson Guard on him, still no blink. How do you feel about that? No blink Darkseer.
I don't know, it's Ohio, man. I mean, let's be honest, Blink Dagger, it's an amazing item, buy on every hero, but there's no stats, so if you can still get the job done without it, see how much more value you're getting out of things like Crimson Guard and Shiva's Guard. And Fnatic though, like, down at the laning stage, it seems to be becoming almost a style in these past few days, and they still managed to win the game. It's kind of reminiscent of what Nihon was actually doing at MDL when they were so, you know, famed for, you know, that's kind of what made everyone scared in the kind of Shanghai majors, that they lost almost every laning stage, always down after like 10, 12 minutes or so, and still somehow just through big execution and team fights, they're able to come back and just win the game. That's kind of what Fnatic have been up to. Like, these pushes coming from TNC.
That's a big item for Enigma though. He's got his BKB, he's just waiting, looking for the opportunity to blink in. BKB's already popped, he's got his blink available, the jump in is available, catches two with a black hole, Raven is standing to the death, one is down. They've got the damage up, but they're still going to finish off. 3 heroes out from TNC as a turnaround from T. He's trying to pick off Mushi, but Mushi does not care. Blinks aggressively, pops his BKB, now he's looking for the Witch Doctor, turns back to fight the hero. And one by one, Fnatic defend high ground, defend their axe, defend their honor, defend their win streak, and it looks like TNC might have run out. They went heavy pedal to the metal. But it's Fnatic. They're the runaway train at this point.
I don't know, man.
He's not even done.
Great execution. That's what it comes down to.
He's not even done.
If you draft these combo lineups, sometimes they just don't work out, but those buttons together.
Get thee to the understatement.
Like, I don't even, you saw how close that kind of looked from Winner, right? And you throw with that ultimate, there was a ton of damage coming up from that Witch Doctor. It almost looked like they could clean it up in the end there, but they don't have that same synergy that you're seeing from Fnatic.
Yeah, the Ags upgraded Witch Doctor ult. I thought, oh god, this is it. This is the turnaround. The black hole is good, but it's not going to be good enough. They only caught 2. But they were just so clean and crisp from Fnatic. They know what their, they know what the acceptable losses in a team fight are. They jump in with Enigma, they lose him. But the rest of the team is kind of on the outskirts, making sure that team fight's working from every single angle. Ohio though, ah man, he's been swapped back into a stun. The field not going to be able to block out Raven, but they surge away. Up him, and Raven's BKB once more used. Nothing gained from
Dire's
it.
bottom tower is under attack.
Well, at least, you know, despite losing that big engagement, you don't get anything pushed down. You're not losing your racks here or anything like that.
Regeneration.
Can you do that again? Do you feel like that's your only choice? Can you go back to just pushing and farming, or do you just know that there's no way? Sam just needs that one last big item. It's got to be the Scythe, right? You just hope that you can kill Mushi, but he'll just have buyback.
I'd assume so. I'm
Maybe
getting
a BKB or a Deso, okay.
I'm getting
Right,
some.
just go all in.
Go all in tower killing. I'm getting some super bad lags here. This is not normal for SEA server.
Oh, in the server?
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens to me on SCA too.
Interesting. Roshan up in about 30 seconds or so. See, just trying to keep tabs on it and keep their vision. Glimpse. Frost. Think. TP out. Yeah. It's okay. I don't know what's going on anymore. BKB popped by Raven. Oh, there's the vacuum wall back in the Static Storm, but Raven still managing to get himself away. The lag is back again. More packs, help me out.
Alright, well, they're not quite getting these team fight ultis together. Like, they've now spent the wall, they've spent the Static Storm, but nothing's come up. Ohio was trying to chase down Sam, but obviously, back in cooldown, nerf, Ice Frog, please, so Sprout will be able to save.
Try and reconnect. Over.
Alright, well, so far it's just happened on the map, really. Mushi, you know, he's farming around. They're trying to push out their lanes here from TNC. It's relatively even. Every lane's essentially at the river. And no concrete plans coming out.
Just this is the first for me.
Invisibility.
Where? Never happened to me before. Like I've had it on Perfect World servers, but SCA, the lag you get is like 2 seconds, one spike, and that's it. This is permanent. Oh, net. They were doing a dance on a ramp before, and then Net's invis blocks out AU. Oh, that's the cutest thing ever. Ohio, Blink Shivers Guard, Crimson Guard as well for him. See the Basher come up for Mushi. Abyssal Blade is about 1800 gold away, but of course he'll want to save up for buyback. While this Pugna pick, you know, mid one has not had the best of games. But the hero's been working out. You know, he's not the pivotal hero here. He's not the linchpin, real playmaker or anything like that in this game. It's plant ward, spam blast, and hope you don't die. You know, he doesn't have to do anything particularly special. There's nothing glorious that comes out of his Pugna. I mean, a couple of times he saved people with his ultimate, trying to, you know, reverse drain them with his Aghanim Scepter. He's a solid old hero in these team fights.
Yeah, it's not really evident what he really contributes during those team fights too, because Nether Blast is kind of all. Combos are already here. To the side of Fnatic, looks like they're grouping up here, and there's the smoke.
Yeah, lord.
Mushi's just kind of pushing out that mid lane. They're gonna sit behind him.
Connecting does not work. Heck, well, I'm gonna have to play by play through the lag, through the fire and the flames, and see what happens. You're right, Mushi down mid lane with the rest of his team smoked up behind him. Do they make the first jump? Are they going to go in with a blink vacuum onto Teehee and AU? I think they're considering
DJ lost his smoke.
Considering it.
I think they just need this pressure and head into the Roshan, but look at these wards up from TNC. They're gonna know. Be aware of where they're moving to. So can Raven stall the game out even longer with another insane play at the Roshan? Like, that Aegis on Mushi could have been massive. It's hard to tell just how much further Fnatic could be right now had they gotten that.
Do TNC have enough damage to kill Mushi during
what disable?
So yeah, I was looking at it and thinking there's Ice Wall and Magic Missile, right? But then there's BKB for Mushi, so actually getting that initial stun onto him is so bloody difficult. Even if you use Ice Wall, Ice Path even, sorry, he's just gonna BKB, turn around and fight you.
They need the black hole cask that just stuck in between two people, like directly next to each other.
They need a Hex on someone. I mean, AU on the Chen, he's building into his Aghanim Scepter, but that's not going to give you the lockdown you need against the anti-mage. And if you do go...
Looks like he might be the Shakiro.
Oh, he's got the ultimate orb, doesn't he? That's true, he's not that far away. Maybe as TNC, you're not thinking directly about killing anti-mage in a team fight. Just go into the backlines and, you know, nip it in the bud. Try and catch these big team fight ultimates before they happen. The Enigma. Find the Docs here. Docs here's tanky as all hell, 1700 HP, 30 armor, plus the Crimson Guard, passive and active. And you've got the Enigma with a BKB of his own. Max to heal himself up. Rough stuff all around. Got a BKB over on your Nature's Prophet now though. Out is Dragonlance, switches into BKB. And that Quarterstaff, I mean, you could rebuy Dragonlance, I guess, if you really wanted to. There's nothing really you can turn that Quarterstaff into. He's already got Orchid, Butterfly. Not the best item on a Nature's Prophet, I don't think, but
definitely
exactly
worth
what
just,
happens.
You know, sacrifice the 450 gold. It's okay. It did its job. Sure, it was worth the time that you had the extra damage, and well, Teehee obviously not gonna have the buyback here now, but they have the Scythe. They really need to kill Mushi now. You've got to imagine, try and get rid of this buyback before he has Aegis. Before it just becomes an impossible task. No blink on Jakiro.
And scattered by Eidolon. They're chasing Mushi. I don't know what they're gonna obtain from this, because Mushi sees them smoke in, pop the smoke, blink out. Wasted 50 gold and wasted movement there from TNC, but it's not just that. It's also the wrap in from Fnatic. They're scouted by this observer ward, so TNC know exactly what's going to hit them from the southeast. Trying to wait and bide their time. Observer ward for the Radiant, a vision on both sides.
Ohio wants it!
Both of them, like both teams know exactly what's up. The vacuum door is only going to catch one. Oh, they've got Raven beginning popped out as well. Jumps in to try and kill off this vengeful spirit from Deathward with the black hole now trying to cancel this out, but AU's taken out. The hand's going to come through the last second. But Mushi's anti-mage is abso-freaking-lutely unstoppable. They just cannot keep tabs on him. Teehee with the Hex through. They've got damage output galore. But guess what?
Hey,
Mushy.
Mushy, maybe?
Oh, the stun, the blink. He's not going to be able to survive through the siege. Just 20 health? Are you freaking kidding me? Net. He goes back to get himself out of some of the TP away as well, and he's going to successfully return to Fountain. Enigma and Darkseer die. And I guess TNC, what? Did they only lose the gen? That's a decent fight for TNC, honestly. Anti-Mage would have been juicy, but that's not too shabby.
Oh man, that's so rough for the side team. So you gotta feel for somebody when you spend so much and 20 HP, your big target slips away. You're right though, they still win the engagement, but the question is, will it be enough to actually push you into some sort of a win condition here? It still feels like you're so far behind,
Aegis and
even
cheese.
with Aegis.
Aegis and cheese. Maybe then you can take high ground. Now, who do you give it to though? Aegis and Raven, cheese to Teehee. Good way to look at it. It's been so long since they've broken across the river to play aggressively at all over towards the Aegis space. Now you're seeing an assault cuirass picked up by this anti-mage. He didn't go for the abyssal. He wants minus armor. He wants to tank himself up, but also reduce the armor across onto these dire heroes. The mech. Okay, so pretty much there by that one. What do we see here? Cheese on Chikiro, Aegis on the Venge. Stuff, good stuff. Well, Winter G Smallson, he'd love to be level 16. I think you just try and get yourself to level 16 as the Witch Doctor, but I don't know if you've got enough time. The rest of your team, they're budding to push. With this Roshan take, it's blossom time now. You've basically hit your final peak. This is where you say, win the game, or we stall the game and probably lose in 10 minutes.
We get this group up going here.
56 seconds until Black Hole. Got everything else though to Fnatic. Vacuum Static Storm.
Man, that is risky.
Gets the Liquid Fire Glimpse back into the field. Force Staff gets him over. And out of that trap. They're also pushing in mid and top though. Sam H doing a great job shoving this lane out. TP in 15 though. So Fnatic do contest and commit in the next 10 seconds or so. It's not going to be really great for TNC as he cannot jump into fight. But Mushi's dealing with these waves and pushing them out. Not just the creep wave coming in though mid lane. It's the big black dragon. We've got this ancient Thunderhide shoving this in as well. So Mushi, without the Battle Fury, he actually doesn't do an amazing job clearing out these creeps.
Yeah, I gotta say, I feel like after the Yasha, at some point it seems like maybe the Battle Fury, like even if it was after the Manta, we've definitely come to the point where it seems like it would have been worth it.
Manta he needed for the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, it's understandable there.
And it's honestly kind of surprising he's farmed this well without Battle Fury, right?
Yeah. Oh, imagine how far he'd be with it.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Well, Sam H being jumped up by Mushi. There's no quelling. Oh, imagine if he had Battle Fury here. He'd cut through the Sprout yet another time, but now they know Andrew's top. The Black Hole comes through and catches well, 3 of them with a vacuum back. The Death is down. Now, Winter's also trying his best, trying his damnedest to keep his team alive. But they've lost the Kira before he can pop the cheese. Raven at least will have his Aegis to get himself back up and running. And there's still to be good fight through this. Mushi was going to fight, but now BKB's through. There's no Hex, there's no control. The Mana Void kills off the Witch Doctor. And Raven left to his own devices, bailing out and running away. Don't think there's any escape
Tower is under attack.
from Mushi.
It doesn't look that way.
Slowly but surely. He didn't get any bash procs there actually. He'll get a bash proc on his last hit. Like, legit. No? Never mind then. No racks taken. High ground defense was capable and decently executed by
They
Fnatic.
send the courier for the extraction mission, but the Radiant courier gets there first. Bad.
For the gem.
Yeah.
I don't know, are they?
Oh, it kind of looked like it, but perhaps not anymore.
Where is this going? Doing, Mr. Bulldog? At some point you've got to realise that gem isn't there.
Yeah, I think they gave up.
Mushi, he's got his Abyssal Blades all done and done with buyback still up and running as well. Net. Not looking at an Aghanim Scepter on Disruptor. He's reasonably poor grand scheme of things this game, but this is something that we see from Fnatic, right? They don't spread their farm that fairly or that evenly.
Yeah.
A lot of their farm goes on Mushi. He likes to be fat. He likes to have all these juicy items. A blink away mid one. When did he pick that one up? Well, regardless, the BKB from Sam H realizes he's put himself into a really nasty predicament. Oh, the BKB charge expended by him.
Regeneration!
How are we looking overall? 7,500, getting up to 10k here for Fnatic net worth, and it's always been their game for experience. 15k, as we're actually seeing the majority of them hit level 16. The only one is, of course, the Disruptor, lowly Disruptor, lacking in the levels, but it's fine. Doesn't need his level 3 ultimate. It's not that big. Doesn't make a massive difference. Then the tides have turned, the swing back from TNC, who take ages, start pushing high ground. It's now Fnatic's turn. They know they're still stronger. They have the itemization they need. And they've got these heroes that are nigh on unkillable. Between Darkseer and Enigma. They've also got the backup, right? They've got this black hole in 15 seconds. If they push high ground at TNC commit, the commitment has to be so clean and so spread that there's no chance of like a 2-3 man black hole to give DJ that chance to just win the team fight outright for his team. But then you factor in the vacuum, you factor in this glimpse back from net as well. There are just so many ways to bait and switch here for Fnatic to catch TNC out.
Yeah, the other thing is, we already talked about, they essentially have to commit every bit of control just to try and kill Mushi. And, you know, Sam, he has the damage. He's got the Moon Shard, he's got the Orchid, he's got the Deso. Like, he right-clicks like a monster, but if every single part of your control element goes onto Mushi, we are still at the point where the rest of the team, you know, they have some items. And even if it's just the Pugna and, like, the Darkseer left, they can still take buildings. That is one of the benefits that you're still going to be getting from mid one here. You know, the racks don't get any tougher as the game goes forward.
Sure. Building taker. Now, you pointed out the refresher on Darkseer.
Yeah, I just picked that up like well, I didn't point it out, but yeah, it was about 2 minutes ago, and his man was farming so fast. He literally just picked that up, and he was like broke, so crazy amount of farm coming out on here, but Ohio already proven himself, and it's the same thing. Like before the Blink Dagger, he was hitting some pretty good vacuum walls, so now you're gonna have the double one coming up here. And that just makes it, again, so hard for Winter, right? Like, it's just one more element that he's to try and avoid. There's no way he's ever getting up towards any sort of a BKB.
What's he up to?
He had the courier up on the high ground with the gem. They're trying to find any wards.
Looking for these sneaky high ground wards. Oh,
Yeah.
I guess so. And they've also got themselves an uphill ward here, just near their naked racks. Knowing that Fnatic, they're going to move themselves in soon. And they've got a low ground ward ready as well down on the little plateau. The wave clear TNC have, it's not an easy proposition. Shoving up. They need to reset all these lanes, get them across the river at the very least. Ideally, get all 3 lanes towards these tier 3s in the racks anyway. And then kind of spread your efforts. The anti-mage can go and split push 1 lane and then blink back into the team fight if it's needed. The rest of the team, they concert their efforts down 1 lane as 4. They've got nothing to lose as time goes on.
Now, though.
Does he?
Yeah, that makes it even harder. Oh, a Scython. Okay, mine is paying off, guys.
Yeah, double hex onto AM. Just wondering though if the anti-mage is the necessary target they need to go for. Like obviously if they find AM and they
as he was, you're right.
That's like if they find AM and they catch him, it's like hex, stun, nuke, damage, hex, kill. But in team fights, it's more like where's the Darkseer, where's the Enigma, where's the Disruptor, oh shit, there's an anti-mage. Oh yeah, forgot about that guy. All these big team fight ultimates really can, you know, offset the thought process that goes into target prioritization when you're looking for one guy and you think, well, anti-mage has close to 30k net worth. He's a monster, he's a beast. But everyone on the team here synergizes so well together that it's not just a one-trick pony, it's not just a one-man show, it's not just a Lucy story. Down to all of these guys synergizing, being cohesive and playing together. The swap through, blink back, BKB pop. They tried to swap into Hex, but it just wasn't happening. Bushi's too quick on the fingers. Either that or
That's
TNC
gotta be a
too
mistake,
slow.
though, right? Like, you can just pre-cast it. They had vision on him. Should be able to get that off.
A little bit of a misplay. Done. 1 minute and 50 seconds till the big man returns to his cave. Fnatic. Are you really just gonna sit here and wait? I guess they legit have nothing to lose, right?
Yeah, they really don't. Like, there's just no... I mean, you think an AM without a Battle Fury slow pushing lanes, they really only have Sam H on side of TNC. No one else can really go out anywhere. And yeah, poor Witch Doctor, like, Winter G. He's still... Oh, he got 16, he did it at Jungle Camp. Alright. Blaze. He just has to avoid the numerous stuns on the side of Fnatic. And maybe they can get this high ground defense, the dream.
They need the Chen to buy him a freaking BKB. Chen has 3,000 gold again. He bought a Hex not long ago.
Did he sell? That is...
No, right? He didn't sell anything. Oh god, back. Are you too far forward? He's dead. Buyback's available here for you, and you know, usually as a Chen you're like, well, buyback's not that useful, but this Chen you need him in these team fights. Mech, Hand of God, and that Hex. All incredibly important. Well, this Aghanim Scepter is kind of going to waste, not being utilised that fully. They've got one Black Dragon and shove this lane back, but apart from that, all action stations here from Fnatic as they just wander up onto these racks. The Nether Blast is not just chipping away, it's demolishing these buildings. Over and over again, and the Dragon's dead. Hero's brother blinks vacuum wall, the BKBs are there, but the Black Hole doesn't stop three of them again. DJ and Ohio pair up beautifully once more as he dropping low with the double wall. Down and out they go. 3 gone. The buyback from the Chen and the Vengeful Spirit is going to be too late. The Raven Vengeful Spirit is being drained out and sucked off in their own base. And Mushi, BKB, see you buddies, I'm out. I'm going to take your buildings. Racks are mine. Fnatic. It's so surreal the way they go from, you know, winning the game, losing the game, things are balanced, things are even, and then there's just that one flick of the switch and the game's over.
And Ohio and DJ just played out of their minds this game though. Like Mushi gets a lot of credit for sure. But the backbone of this team fight wombo combo they had, they executed so well in those high ground defenses, as well as when they smoked up with the Roche pit.
Enigma bought a refresher, but he's dead, so he can't use it. How sad, how sad. GG's called! TNC, they played their hearts out. They give it a good shot. Chen Midas. If the thing didn't look bad this game, it just didn't win.
Sometimes I mean, we kind of talked about it, but they itemized as if they were high ground the entire time. Like you were just pushing up the hill, but they could just never get back to it. And even without a Battle Fury on Nanny Mage, they just, I don't know, they couldn't get that